travelers, and welcome back to my channel. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It would mean the world, and you will see all of my videos that I upload. And without further ado, let's get on with the video. So I get asked all the time how I travel so much, especially since I am so young and I'm in college, and I think that the answer is actually very easy. So I wanted to talk to you guys today about that. So let's start off with the basics. I'm going to tell you how many countries I've gone to because of my college experience. So I'm just going to list them off. Because of college, I've been able to go to Croatia, Germany, Turkey, Belize, the Philippines, Botswana, South Africa, and Cuba. So quite a bit of countries. So you're probably asking yourself, how the heck did this girl travel so much in college? How did she afford it? How did she get the opportunities? And how did she get to travel while also going on all these trips? And I'm going to tell you guys that. So first off, I want to talk about service learning trips. So I have posted videos about my service learning trips whenever I've gone on them. So my service learning trips were to Croatia, Belize, the Philippines, and Botswana. And because of those trips, I also got to go on to a few other countries. And those service learning trips were a way for me to get credit and also travel. So the way this works is I will take a class for all of the semester. So for example, when I went to Belize, I took a class, and what we did was we came up with a curriculum that we would be teaching in the local schools in Belize while we were in class. And I made sure to go with disciplines that would help me with my major. So luckily, with my major being communication, there are so many trips to choose from. So I tried my hardest to go with communication as much as possible, since it is my major. I would learn more and it would go towards my degree. But I also went with one other discipline, which was sports administration, and my advisor allowed me to count that as a social science, which was a requirement to graduate. So that's how I worked with that. So what I would do is I would take a class all of the semester. So each class was 3 credit hours, and then sometime during that semester I would go on this trip. So I have gone on a trip on spring break, I've done it in May, I've done it in December. So it depends on when you're wanting to go, but there's a lot of different options for when you want to go. So we would, like I said, create this curriculum, and then while we were in that country, we would teach for 2 to 3 days, and then for the rest of the time we would travel and we would learn about the culture and see different cultural things and do cultural activities. So for example, I'm going to go back to my Belize trip. We taught in a school for 2 days, and then we also worked in a dental clinic for 1 day. I personally did not do anything that was dentistry-like. I just was basically there to help them if they ever needed anything, if they needed supplies, anything like that. So and then after that, we also went to Mayan Ruin. We went to a lot of different cultural activities like cultural dances and stuff. And then we also took a day for the beach, which was very nice. So not only did I get to earn credit for this, I also got to have experience with teaching and doing other activities. And then I also got to see the country, which was really cool, and it was a really great way for me to see so many different places in college. So the next option I took, which you can take as well, and a lot of people do, is study abroad. So obviously you guys know how study abroad works. The traditional way to study abroad is where you go for a whole semester or a summer semester, a whole month, to a place, a different location, and you'll take classes there. You live in that other country, and you can do as you please whatever you want to do while you're there. So you can take the more normal approach, which I would say that would be the normal approach, or you could do it the way I did it. So what I did was I again took a class for all of the semester, and it was for Cuba. We learned about Cuba and, you know, everything we needed to know before going. And then for spring break, we went to Cuba for I think 9 to 10 days, something like that, and we spent our time there. we had discussions, we did a lot of cultural activities and stuff like that. So that was how I studied abroad in college. So there's a lot of options for you to pick from, and you don't have to be out a whole semester, because I know some people are really nervous about that. My suggestion is to maybe go for a week or for a summer month or something like that. That way you get that experience and see if you would like to go for a longer time. So that is my second option that I took advantage of, which you can take advantage of too if you're in college and university. But as you guys know, I obviously didn't just go to these places all throughout my college career. I went on road trips and other different trips throughout college. So I got a job and I worked as much as I could besides going to school, saved up that money, and I went on my 2 road trips that I went on, and any other trips that I went on, I was able to do that as well. So if you're able to, you should get a job during college, because not only are you going to be saving up money for things like travel, future stuff, car, house, whatever, but you're also going to get experience. So that's how I traveled through college. It's not that hard. It's actually really easy to travel through college if you have the time and a little bit of extra money. That way you can get college credit and you can travel at the same time, which is the best of both worlds, which is what I decided to do. So that is my answer for this question. I hope that I answered this question pretty well. If you have any other questions, please feel free to comment down below. I would be happy to talk about this. And I hope you guys have a very, very good week. Bye and happy travels!